Greetings, listeners. I'm your host and GM for the evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to this Twisted Q Studios production of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast. If you've been following our Call of Cthulhu show, you'll know that we've started up a Ko-fi campaign. On our main website, you'll find a link to the Ko-fi page, where you can donate us a coffee or two for my late-night editing sessions. It also helps to cover our fees for getting the shows too, so it is greatly appreciated. A huge thank you to everyone who has donated to us so far. We're looking at ways to show our thanks to everyone for the help, possibly merch. Let us know on our socials what sort of things you'd like us to look into. But for now, last we left the crew, they've decided to take the time on Kairos Prime in an effort to gear up for their confrontation with Jovac Prime. However, a detachment of excavators under 7 control are nearby.
So, it's been a couple of days. Just been gathering resources, and unless anyone has any ideas how they want to start this day, I'm going to randomly roll to see who we're going to start with in terms of waking up in the morning, feeling like P. Diddy. That's copyright. Laurel!
Yo!
It has been 2 days since your last fight. The monkeys, whilst you have not specifically harassed and been harassed by them, every time you go out for your morning, whatever it is you drink, I assume you're not a tea drinker.
No. Well, I mean, I would drink tea if Clippy gave me some.
Which he has been a few times. You haven't seen the monkeys, but you know they're there.
They're there. They're there. How
would you like to start this third day of monkey see, monkey don't?
I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna do like the regular morning workout, but I'm doing it outside because there's more space, fresh air. And if I'm gonna have my gun with me, so that if the monkeys get close.
Roll a perception check.
What is my perception?
It's a numerical value.
It's 13.
13?
Yeah.
You think you hear a branch. Russell. You see nothing.
Throw a rock into the bush.
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit the bush?
No, if you hurt Tim.
Dirty 20.
You hear, ow! And out from the bushes comes with a giant goose egg on his head, his little hairline receding Tim coming on out. Oh, the monkeys threw a rock at me.
Those jerks!
Oh, roll a deception check.
I'm not deceiving him.
Oh, he's gonna roll an insight check.
I heard them in those bushes. Did you see them?
No,
I know they're there.
He totally believes everything you're saying.
I know they're there.
He rolled at 11.
I'm looking up into the trees. It's like, you stupid monkeys throwing rocks at my friends. I'll throw another rock at you.
Okay. And he pulls. What's the biggest gun on you?
On me, I would have just brought my semi-auto pistol. I wouldn't have brought the machine gun.
You don't know how, but suddenly he's holding your semi-auto pistol. He goes, yeah!
Dude,
What?
it's mine.
Oh. I'm gonna go inside now. Hands the gun.
What?
He rubs his head and goes inside.
Dirty monkeys.
Alright, next. So, Laurel's outside, so if anyone's doing anything on the inside, that's a reroll because there is no sex. Alright, cool. Clip tick. How do you wish to start this day? It's been 3 days since the last bit of excitement has occurred.
I'm gonna be sitting in the cafeteria drinking a very not strong cup of tea, considering the monkeys have destroyed entire stash and now I have to actually ration it. So it's basically borderline water with a hint of chamomile, and that's it. And it's kind of sad.
Oh,
so that's what I'm
but
doing.
Also that's funny.
I also have the scarf around my neck.
I love it. Okay. So then, Greg, you will be the second person to. How would you like to start this particular day?
Greg's going to make his way also into the kitchen area by dropping out of the vent that's up above on the roof. If Klipik's the only one there, the vent just
At this moment.
pops out. He drops out of it. Fortunately, he's wearing clothes. And he's going to go and he's going to make himself some tea. Not from Clippy's stash, but from his own
Death tea.
concoction. That's the word, yeah.
Concoction.
I think he knows that word.
Cliptic,
Yes.
roll me a mechanics check.
Okay. Mechanic.
Yup.
Hold on.
That's okay. You're not going to be good at it. But you rolled high.
25.
25? All right. You know, you almost gag, as you know exactly what's happening. Yeah, he has his own kettle.
Yeah.
But you notice that he has his own pitcher that he pours the water from. It's basically like dish catching water from the sink.
I'm just gonna stand up with my happily now very, very awful tea of my own tea, and just walk out to the deck because I don't want to see that.
Would you be walking in at about this time, Flinch?
Yes. Yes, 100%. As okay. Just somebody remind me. So, what's your character's name with the scarf?
So far, you guys don't have a second. I don't have a second name.
It's
It's
Clip
Clip
Dick,
two.
too.
Just
That's what I thought.
Clippy 2 is what you
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
I never gave you another name.
Yeah. So as Flitch talking, how you doing, Clippy 2? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. And I'm just going to keep sipping my really sad tea.
And as you're still leaving, I'm assuming.
Yes.
As you're walking out, all you hear is Flitch go, "Oh, awesome, Greg, making some tea. Give me some of that tea, brother."
I'm just going to get...
Yeah. None of that calming tea. I want the angry tea.
Oh my
I
god.
want the tea that makes me angry.
This self-loathing
All right,
tea.
fine. You can have some, even though you didn't introduce me to whoever it was that just left.
Oh, that's Cliptic's twin, number 2, Clippy 2. Clippy 2, yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
How long was I a baby?
No, I think there's always been 2 of them.
Oh,
my god.
But we always mixed it up, so now I can usually tell because one of them laughs more than the other. One of them's usually laughing more. And there's a scarf. Scaff? How do you pronounce that word? Scaff.
I don't know.
Skiff? Is that a boat?
There's a K in it, I think.
Krang?
You can jump in at any time.
Krang
feels right.
Krang feels familiar as well.
Clippy with the Krang.
Are you drinking the old dishwater?
What dishwater?
I just finished doing the dishwasher you're drinking.
You wash the dishes? That's disgusting.
Yeah, no one else washes the dishes here.
Yeah. How else you get leftovers?
What? No.
Finally, someone who understands.
Well, as Flitch puts his hand on Greg's shoulder. Yeah. What do you mean? You wash the dishes.
During this conversation, Tim, not paying any attention to anything but the goose egg on his head, comes up and just grabs one of the cups of tea that's been poured without thinking about it, and then leaves the room. And about a few seconds afterwards, you just hear, "Oh no, why?"
That's why we don't drink the dishwater.
While that's happening and he's vomiting in there, I'm just gonna go up behind him and pass him my chamomile tea.
But it's not dishwater anymore. I left it outside. Now it's something else.
Yeah. Yeah, like
If you're not going to do any of the chores on the ship,
Chores?
the least you could do is make less for me to do.
chores. What? You
And
flies the ship. I make sure the ship can fly. Those are our chores.
He does have a point.
I'm sorry, last I checked, this ship has neither flown nor needed to be fixed in the last 3 days. But I can tell you what, that toilet certainly needs to be cleaned lately.
Well, actually, I have to tell you that I was in the engine room, and you might think that it's fine to fly because it hasn't been used in 3 days, but somebody's been puking up everywhere.
Somebody.
It might be me. I'm not used to regular food.
I don't mind cleaning the bathrooms. I'll do that for you.
what have I done?
It'll come in a.
Diantha takes out a notebook and just writes 2 more things on a list. And puts it back.
Got a freaking
Oh my
list.
god.
And it's like, okay.
Right.
I need to.
We'll do chores. What do you need us to do?
You're gonna do chores. You.
Yeah,
The
we'll
two
do
of you are
chores.
gonna do
We
chores.
know you need this.
I
No,
don't.
you need this.
Yeah, I'll get on his shoulders. We'll put on a trench coat. We'll go do chores.
Oh, where are we gonna get the trench coat?
I got one.
You know what? I'll give you a really easy one to start. Okay?
We'll
a
see.
Really easy one.
Yeah.
All you have to do
Yeah.
is go to the garbage,
Yeah.
take it outside.
Oh.
That's it.
So when you say garbage, you mean what we consider to be garbage?
Flinch, this is a test. I'm gonna see what you think garbage is.
Oh,
Really?
Do you want to?
Here's
that's
the
fair.
thing.
That's fine.
This is me proving to myself that I can't make a chore wheel because nobody else will do them correctly. So
I'm sure Clippy 2 could. Clippy 2 holds her own. His own. I'm not sure.
I need to make
Their own. Holds their own.
I take out a separate list with two things. One with Cryptic 1, one with Cryptic 2, and I write something down. I have to keep up with the lore.
I can't deal with this.
Yeah. So good. Okay. Yeah, me and Greg can go. Take care of the garbage.
I want you to know this is a test for me to see if you are capable of doing chores. That's the point of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you'll succeed.
Greg's been putting on an apron while they've been talking.
Is that your garbage taking out apron?
No, this is the other one.
The other one?
Yeah,
Everything you do is garbage. What do you mean the other one?
it's the garbage taking in apron.
That wasn't the job I gave you.
It was take the garbage out, right?
Bye. I leave. You figure it out.
Hey, let's hurry up with that tea.
Meanwhile, Laurel, outside working out, trying to find the monkeys that threw the rock at Tim, because there's no way that's a coincidence.
I know I hit one.
Yeah, you hit one, but then they retaliated and they hit Tim.
Those jerks.
Oh my god, you're all idiots.
That's not true. Diantha is pretty smart. She's just
You
dealing with
poor
the crew.
tortured
She's just
soul.
dealing with the rest of us.
Why have I done this to you, Diantha? I swear to God, I don't hate you. It's just, Anyway, while you're out there investigating, without even having to roll anything, you hear a very, very loud boom, and as that happened, a bunch of avian creatures just flutter up a little bit to the west of the temple entrance that you guys have been using most. But yeah, there's some, and then you see like a kick up of dust and dirt as if something has exploded within the general vicinity.
I'm gonna shout back to the ship. Is the door open to the ship or is it closed?
Would you have left it open?
After the monkey?
I think I would have closed it.
Okay, so it's closed.
So I'm gonna go over to the ship, bang on the door a couple of times, or hit the button to open the door and like bang on the side of the ship a couple of times to make noise.
Okay.
And when the door is open enough, I'm just gonna yell in, "Hey, I saw an explosion!"
All right. All of you are allowed to have heard that, or to choose to do with that information what you will, if you wish to have heard it.
Yeah, I'll.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we're all probably
no
gonna have
time for tea.
Just take it with you.
No.
Greg's taking his
I
teeth.
run and get my. I run very quickly, grab my rifle, throw
Cool.
my backpack on, and run out the
So
door.
you gear up and head on out. You tee up and gear and head on out.
Yeah.
Deantha, head right on out. Cliptic.
Yeah.
Cool. Tim's
Still with
gonna
the scarf on.
hug a toilet. He's not
He's
feeling
cleaning it. Come on.
It's fine.
What
Yes.
color of times are those?
Hmm?
All right.
What color of times is this?
Me and Tim between us only know a few colors. We use them very sparingly.
are you colorblind?
No.
So just brown is the color you.
It's words. We don't like using words for things.
You're the one who labeled all your.
We were here a long time, okay?
Yeah, it's goblin tea. These are the green times.
We were here a long time. There's ways to communicate
We
without
have. There's an
words.
explosion going on. We can talk about this later.
You all meet with Laurel outside.
Yeah.
So there's a big boom and a dust cloud from over there. Is there still like dust or smoke rising
It's
from
gotten
it, or-
significantly larger. There's like
so is
the-
it still expanding or like just dissipating more?
Yeah, it's a bit of dissipation. Like there's some cloud, like smoke that's left, but the dust itself has settled. It doesn't look like a massive. It doesn't look like there's an active fire, but it looks like some kind of explosion would have caused the dirt to kick up.
Was it? And it was not exactly the direction of the temple. It was slightly off.
No, but if you want more specific details, you'll have to roll a survival check.
I would like to roll a survival check.
Give me a survival check.
That is a 23.
Damn. All right. No, it is definitely not within in the direction of your temple entrance. In fact, it's definitely not close to the next nearest western temple entrance, which is closest to where the 7 have actively been working. It is probably a 10-minute walk from where you currently are.
So it's okay. So it's not the direction of the entrance we use, not the direction of the entrance where the 7 are working.
It's in the direction, just not that far.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a further distance.
Yeah. So their camp is significantly further from where the explosion you saw happen, but it is in the direction of their camp.
Okay, but not that far. I don't know what that is. It's in the wrong place to be our friends working on their ship, but we should probably check it out before
Oh,
it
yeah,
causes
let's go.
more problems.
Flinch starts walking into the woods.
I follow
Let's
him.
go.
Yep.
All right. Anyone not going?
I think you're wrong.
And as I hit the woods, I go, oh, wait. And I go back to the ship and I call out to Tim. He's probably... Yeah. And I go up on just on the entrance. And I lay down Sunshine, the radiant pistol.
Right.
Yeah, Sunshine's waiting here for you in case somebody comes in. I'll close the door. Don't worry about it, brother. It's just a gun, just like... close the door.
I'm gonna make a point before we leave to grab my pulse gauntlet, but I'm not gonna. But that's the only thing that was close to the door. Everything else is back in my room, so now I want to get going. So that's all I got.
And then I...
All right. I'll get. Who wants to be leading the group of you towards your destination? I'll put it this way: if Laurel's the one that leads it, she'll get a boon because you made a successful survival check determining the location.
Then
I'll
Laura.
lead because I
Alright.
saw where the explosion was. I know where I'm going.
Cool. The DC is lower for you, so give me a survival check to lead your friends through the thick underbrush.
That is a 15.
That'll do. As previously, as you predicted, it does take 10 minutes to get you within the vicinity, and you do approach within a good enough vantage point that you don't need to roll stealth at this exact moment. You approach what appears to be a not a sheer cliff, but a very steep hill. At the edge of, like, you can see, like, the brush and the trees are beginning to kind of be less thick, and you can see light on the other end. And as you kind of poke on through, it's because there's this massive hill that cuts on down, and a lot of the tree here has been removed and cut up. It almost looks like some kind of vehicle has carved a good chunk of space here. And then when you look to the right, there is one of the ships that you saw fighting the Calcor earlier has crashed here. However, underneath, like almost right in the center of the little semicircular, like, half pipe that's been carved out by the crash site of this ship, there is an actual fissure in the planet itself. And you see that there's been, like, a metal ramp that's been constructed that goes into this fissure, and there are a number of individuals that are, like, walking up and down that ramp trying to cart items in, like, hovering crates of rock and debris. Any crates coming up are crating up rocks. Any crates going down have tools and pickaxes and things like that. And you can see that the smoke is coming from somewhere inside the fissure as some kind of detonation has gone off. But this is an active open area. Just to give it some context for you guys, the space is rather large. You're about 60 feet away from the crevice, and then the next bit of cover is 60 feet beyond that. So this entire open area is 120 feet, and as soon as you leave the woods, it's fairly visible already.
What does it look like they're doing with the crates of rocks? Are they taking them away somewhere, or just bringing it up and dumping them?
If it's just physical actions, it won't get you to roll for it because you're looking at them. It's they're getting them up, they're dumping them, and then filling them up with more tools to go bring it down.
Okay. So they're not using the rock for anything at
Doesn't
the moment.
look like it.
Are they're mining, right?
Well, they're digging for something. Bet it's a tunnel. Maybe they're building an underground city.
Or they're mining it for resources.
Or are they trying to get underneath the temple? Are they trying to get into that? Sorry, I forgot to get into Ecliptic's voice.
Wow, Clippy 2 might have a different voice.
That's true.
I'm not going to judge.
They might be digging under the temple.
Can I try and discern what their goal is? What they're trying to do from here?
I'll tell you what. You can, if you roll. Give me a quick sec here. I need to have like a character sheet.
I guess do I think? I guess do I think the rock is is the purpose they're doing this to get the rock or to just get the rock out of the way?
If you would like, I can get you. You can roll a sense motive check. However, the closer you get, the lower the DC will be, as you'll be able to hear conversations.
I'm gonna stay where I am for now because I'm pretty good at it. Can I roll it again? If I get closer later on?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You can always try again. Just keeping in mind that
I'm pretty
the
good
rolls
at
will be
it.
treated
So I'm
appropriately.
pretty good at it. Oh, really good. 29 plus.
Wait, you rolled a 29?
Well, 19 plus 10
Holy shit.
plus so 30.
Okay, here's what. It's very obvious that the rock and the raw material is not what they're after.
Okay.
However, you do see that there is someone, like most of the people here, they're all wearing some kind of 7 garb. But they all look like they're hands-on, except for one.
Okay.
You do not recognize this individual. They are Kasathan. It's not anyone that you recognize at all. It's a new person as far as you're concerned.
Do you remember what Kasathan looked like again?
The Kasathans are the...
Forearms.
The forearm.
Yeah.
Weird alien-looking things. Okay, got it.
I mean...
Hey,
I mean, they're all aliens, I guess.
We're
gonna
all
say, hang on a
weird
sec here.
alien-looking things.
especially you.
So that was mean.
Look.
You got like
Freaking humans.
racist. You got like
You didn't hear
soft
me.
skin and
You didn't hear me saying
like,
anything. That
there's-
wasn't allowed.
you got this stuff coming out of the
Criticizing
top
me.
of your
That
head.
was me,
Similar to
Bailey
what-
talking.
Similar to what Flinch has, but he's at least got fur everywhere. You've just got fur on your head.
Selective fur. Never trust
That's
them.
so weird.
So so they can read your mind.
Read, not my mind. Not Diantha's mind. My literal mind, Bailey.
We will let it go.
Will we? Will we though? Yeah, they got the elongated heads and the forearms and very, very tall. And
I guess
and
I
they
meant
got
like
the
more
masks over the face.
traditional alien-esque features is what I meant to say.
Greg is fine. He's been called worse.
Anyway, but yeah, this one definitely looks like it's calling the shots. This person, and they're but they seem to be very excited. They may have just made some kind of a breakthrough. With a 30, they've made some kind of a breakthrough.
Okay, I will relay that information to everybody else.
Oh, I don't like this. How many of them are there?
Taking a look, where there's the commander and judging. Roll me a perception check.
27.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
On the surface, at any given moment, you can see about 8 individuals, but you can hear several tools and people working below in the crevice. That is an undetermined amount, but there is quite a few quite a few clinking noises.
Hey, Greg. If you want to sneak up close, see what they're talking about, I'll cover you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is there water or anything like that? There's no pools of water in this gully or...
There's like
Anything?
little puddles.
Okay, so nothing like a lake or anything like that.
No. This entire carved semicircular tube-like area was carved out by a ship that crashed, and then there's the crack in the ground looks like it was here before the crash.
Okay.
So any water that would have been here would have fallen through the crack. And probably there's an underground pool, maybe.
Is the ship still smoking?
No.
Like, does it look like... Okay, does it look like the ship crash is what made the explosion-y sound, or no?
No, they...
Underwater.
I feel like we would have noticed that. So.
No, I think it was Flinch's perception check earlier that noted that it was
Something
the
underground.
ship. This is a ship that fell that you watched as they were fighting that Kale Core
Right.
off in the distance
Yep.
earlier.
I'm gonna give Laurel, I think they're called Mark 1 communicator. Put in her ear. They're the base communicators because with my exocortex, I have one built in.
Yep, that makes sense.
So I'm gonna go with Greg, and then we can just relay with the communicator
Cool.
because we're both pretty stealthy.
Yeah.
Marking that.
All right.
Here.
What are y'all gonna do? Are you all sticking together? Or are you all splitting up?
Well, I figure me and Greg
I'm actually not bad.
split off.
Yeah.
to get closer.
Okay. For my sanity and organization, so we don't get too crazy lost in who's doing what, I am going to get you guys to roll initiative, just so that I can figure out an order to keep the table a little bit organized. Wait till everybody has rolled. Anyone roll 20 or higher?
I did.
What'd you get?
25.
Okay, anyone get 15 to 20? What did you get, Flinch?
I have 19.
And Greg?
17.
And Cliptic?
7.
And Diantha?
5.
My bonus to initiative is higher than that.
Yeah, same.
I have no bonus to initiative at all. Big old goose egg.
But your sense motive? Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm good at talking to people and reading them. Not anything
Yep.
else.
No, that makes sense.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm an 8, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Laurel, what's the thing you're going to do at the beginning of this plan?
So I'm going to get into sort of a comfortable semi-prone position. I don't know if that's comfortable. It's a position that's
Kneel.
comfortable that isn't me standing,
you-
and just be watching Greg and Flinch as they go up, so that if I tell that any of the miners or the leader see them, I can shoot.
All right, so you get a +2 while you're prone. You get a +2 to range attacks.
Cool. I'm going to be prone then. I'm going to be holding my action for if they get spotted.
Nice, cool, awesome. Flinch,
Oh, okay. So
you and Greg are next to each other in initiative, so if you guys want to go together, that's sort of fun.
yeah. Shmee. Yeah. So we're going to, I guess because there is still a tree line encircling the whole area.
Yes, yeah. The entire circumference of this area is 120.
So we'll move along the tree line to use as cover.
Cool.
To get into a better position, so we're sort of behind. So then we can try to sneak up to look in, like try to get a better vantage point.
Right.
We're near the commander to hear them saying something.
Okay, I'll get you to roll. Are you moving at full speed, half
Oh,
speed?
stealth. We're going to be
We'll be
stealthily
stealthing, yeah.
sneaking up.
Okay.
So whatever speed that.
So because you're in the brush, you're gonna get the DC is really low. So let me a stealth check, just in case. There's always a chance you can slip and fall.
Well, even with that roll, I got a 16.
Okay, that's not bad.
33.
Christ.
I rolled a 13 on the dice and I have +20.
You don't know where Greg went.
I never know where Greg went.
You, as far as you're concerned, you went off by yourself, and so did he.
That's the way it feels all the time.
I believe it.
That's not good because you're supposed to be the brains of this operation.
Yeah.
All right. So I think you're for a full round action with moving at stealth speed, you can move 30 feet because 15 for movement, 15 for your action. So you move 30 feet in a circumference to get closer to the leader. Cliptic. What you want to do is as we all
How
start
far
splitting.
away is the crevice?
Crevice from you is about 60 feet.
Oh, it's still distance.
It's right smack in the middle of this massive cutout.
And that's where they're mining.
correct.
I actually would like to move up with them.
Roll me a stealth check.
That would be 18.
That you keep up with. You and Flinch are paired. Diantha.
My turn already? I should be last, I thought.
Yeah, you are last.
Oh, did everyone else go already? Oh.
Yeah.
Great. I didn't-
There's nobody else at the table.
Great. Okay. I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'll keep an eye out for if anything changes down there. I'll keep an eye on watch.
Okay, so you're with Laurel. Perfect. So in that case, for the purposes of this, Laurel and Diantha, I'm gonna kind of just move past you guys for now until something happens regarding your stealth team, just because you got a held action, and your held action, Diantha, is to call out if you see anything interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm assuming there's no cover between here and there, right?
There's like broken tree stumps, but it's not hugely helpful,
Okay, then I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna have to get a.
especially for your size.
I can shoot beyond the range of my weapon, but I get a setback to it, right?
You get a penalty, like a deduction to the roll. Yeah.
Okay, because if it's 60 feet, that's beyond the range of my weapon, but
It's a rifle?
it's a pistol.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll do
And
it.
I don't actually have a rifle.
Yeah, I think in Starfinder, I think. So what's your range on your pistol?
It's 30 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
at
Just noticed
60.
that. Yeah.
Probably like a -4.
I was gonna say you may not actually be able. So how it works is if it's between 30 and 60, you get a -2 to it. But beyond double the range, you can't really hit. You would have to move at least. Your chance in not even being able to hit. Period.
Okay, so I'm going to. Is it my turn now again? Because
You could, yeah, if you want to instead,
I'm gonna creep forward, and try and stay behind cover, so that I can keep covering them.
Okay, so the DC's not as low as theirs.
Okay.
Stealth check with a +2 because you are soldier crawling.
Okay. Ooh, natural 20.
Okay. I'll say with that whilst, there are broken bits of stumped and trees and things like that, and some fallen trees, you are able to move 15, so half your speed.
So my speed is 40.
So 20 feet, you can move 20 feet closer, and you're hiding in and amongst some of the broken trunks. So you are now only 20 feet away
Oh, okay.
from your target. The 60 feet, or sorry, 40 feet
40,
away,
yeah, there you
because I did the reverse math. So you're 40 feet away. So you will get a -2 to any attacks with a 30-foot weapon. Okay. And I take it you just hold your action again?
Yeah.
All right. Flinch, Greg, Cliptic, this little trio. Again, you've moved across the circumference about 30 feet. So they're still 60 feet down away from you, but you have moved around back a little bit closer. If you want to get a little bit closer, I guess the way the circumferences work, they're about 50-ish feet away now. They're not dead center in the middle of the circle.
Yeah.
So how would you like to continue your approach?
Yeah, so basically I was figuring that once we got ourselves, so they're the back of the commander is to us, and I'm assuming there's stumps and stuff like that around.
Yes.
And where me and Greg are small sized, it might be easier for us to sneak up closer than that.
I'd be giving you a +2, yeah.
Yeah, and try to get a bit closer to hear what's going on.
Sure. Will you be going with them, Cliptic?
What I'm trying to do is get to the crevice because I can use spider climb to climb along the wall of the crevice and see what they're doing inside.
Okay,
That's
so
what I
you're
wanted to
closing
do.
the gap on the leader and you're just going for the crevice.
Yes.
Okay, so we're separate.
So
in that
what I'll
regard.
say is you're going to separate a little bit because you can access the crevice before you can access the crevice from the woods.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's a pretty big crack.
Right.
So we'll go to you in turn order, but you'll be at the crack. We'll do a different check for you in a sec.
Okay.
You two, I'm going to need you guys to roll stealth checks at +2 because of your size.
Oh, with a +2?
Yep.
25.
Nice.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
18 on the dice.
Christ.
+2 is 20, plus another 20 is 40.
What'd you get, Flinch?
I am one with the ground.
What did I say I got? 25. 25.
Gotta step up your game there, Mouse Boy.
Still smell it.
All right.
You can smell me.
For both of you, you do not seem to have triggered anything. However, now that you've gotten 20 feet closer to him, it's half. What's your
30.
So 15 for you. But being that you're using your action, you can get 30 feet closer. So you're now within 20 feet.
And Greg has a 45.
I'll be staying with him though.
Okay. All right.
We're only as fast as the
Jesus.
slowest member, so.
That's not an awe. It's an insult.
It sounded cute.
Well, it's
You make
odd
anything-
because I
oh,
feel
fuck
like
off.
Would
Man,
Greg
it's so cute.
normally say that? That almost feels like growth.
Sure, we'll call that growth.
He's got
All right.
he's got growth if people want to talk about it later.
Nope. No, we do not. No, we do not. All right. So you are within 20 feet of the commander in charge, so you can kind of start hearing things that he's talking about. One of the construction workers, they look to be one of the ones that have been doing the digging. They're actually an amplified bear. There's a race of anthropomorphic like earth beings that exist in this world. I believe they're referred to as anthropomorphic,
With a bear
whatever they're
that's
called. But yeah, there is a bear person that is currently talking to this Kasathan. This person dwarfs the Kasathan, but they do seem to be subservient to the Kasathan's orders, and they have a tool belt on and they have a headlamp and We used the dynamite like you suggested, and we were able to make a sizable hole in the wall. And there is, in fact, a chamber as the master predicted. Sathan goes, excellent. I'll let the Lord know that we have found the Tesseract, and we'll proceed accordingly. I don't want any of your men soiling the space, so clean it out, get some lamps ready, and hide this spot as best as you can. You've done very good work today. They're just talking about the excavation at large. But that was your guys' checks. We'll come back to you in a second. Clip check. What are you doing?
I want to start climbing in this crevice towards the... What's going on?
Roll me an athletics check.
I don't need to.
Spider climb, you don't need to.
I
You don't even need to make an athletics check?
Nope, it says...
Oh,
It
damn!
basically says... 1 second. It does not need attempt athletics check to climb, traverse, or vertical or horizontal surfaces, even upside down.
Oh, dope. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so you cast spider climb, and you start climbing on down there.
Yep.
Your movement speed is 30?
20.
20?
Actually.
Okay.
Right, so, but I get +8 racial bonus to athletics checks.
When you have to make them, that's
When I
pretty
have to
good.
make
Okay,
them.
that's solid. So right now you don't have to make one because spider climb is dope. So you begin your traverse down the side of the rock. It takes you only 20 feet. As you start going down there, do you have any kind of dark or low light vision?
I have blind sense. So that's sensing vibrations.
And that's
up to 30 feet.
up to
That's
30
as
feet.
close to...
Okay. So as you climb on down, it's getting a little bit difficult to move at a good pace safely. You don't sense any ground after having climbed straight down for 20 feet. And looking towards, so the way that the crack kind of works is now that you're climbing down it, it just goes straight in towards the direction of the temple and where that ship had crashed.
Okay.
And you can see that you can see the outline edges of the ramp that goes down into the crack and the light that kind of pulls around the sides of it. But the light is being blocked by the ramp, being that you've entered from all the way back here.
Right.
So you have the general direction of where to go. But whilst, just hear me out, while normally you wouldn't be rolling athletics checks for the purposes of spider crawling, because you are spider crawling in the dark, I will get you to roll athletics checks starting next turn, not now. You don't have to worry about it now. Starting next turn, to get towards an area where you can see, you will have to roll an athletics check.
Yep.
But you get that +8.
Yep.
Yeah. That's just
Sounds
because
good.
you'd be doing the same thing in the middle if you're roaming around in the dark anyway, right? So, okay. But that's where you're at. You don't quite see or hear anything at this moment. Diantha. Laurel is soldier crawled 15 feet away from you.
Great. I'm gonna
20.
stay. I just want to do surveillance. Like, is there anybody coming or going from anywhere? Anything like that's changed in the appearance of? Like, have they taken anything out of the ground yet? It seems like they found something of import.
I'm not going to get you to roll a perception check because you can see if people are doing things. You do see that there is a higher influx of people leaving the crevice than going in. Either it's a shift change, or if you want to roll to see if you can figure it out, although technically one of your party members does know, you just haven't communicated it yet. But
yeah, I might as well roll. Like a perception or?
Give me a sense motive on this one.
Great.
That's how it works.
18.
Okay. Yeah, you get that either it's a shift change or they're leaving for the day. It seems weird being that it is midday, but they are wearing up to leave.
Okay. Great.
So, anything you want to do with that information? Or?
I'm gonna keep an eye out, keep looking, watching.
Okay. Laurel, you start seeing a mass influx of people leaving as well.
Are any of them look like they're gonna get closer to me, or?
Nope. You guys are in the complete. You and Diantha are in the complete opposite direction of where they're working. You're across the crevice from them. They are close to. You can see, because they're your allies. You can kind of see where Flinch is. But you have no eyes on Greg.
Do the people leaving, are they headed to the ship, or where are they headed?
So the crashed ship is so the way that the ramp is kind of set up is the ramp starts on the far side of the crevice and then kind of circles down into the crack itself.
Yeah.
And then the ship is about 15 feet north of it towards closer to the temple, and it's just
okay.
there. So they're not going towards that crashed ship. They're
Yeah.
going to the top of the temple. They're moving some items around, and they're going back in the woods in the direction of where their camp is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then, for my action, for my movement, I'm just gonna crawl, just slightly over 10 feet forward, stealthily, just to get myself in the range of my weapon in case I need to fire, and then I'm gonna keep holding my action.
Stealth of +2.
That is a 16 total.
16. Cool. So you shimmy on down. You are well within range of your weapon of anybody you'd be interested in shooting. Whereas earlier you saw that there was 8 individuals and the leader, making a total of 9. As there's an influx of people leaving the crevice, you now count a total of about 15, including the leader.
So 15 people who look important.
15 people, period.
Oh, people here. Okay.
Period.
Cool.
In terms of importance, there's the one leader
yeah.
and the big bear-like individual. But besides that, you haven't seen a lot in the way of combatants, just sheer numbers.
Okay.
I mean, anyone's a combatant with a hammer when you think about it at the end of the day. Flinch.
Okay, so from what we heard, they're clearing out because somebody else is going to go down to look at it soon.
They are going to call someone to come and take a look. The exact words were the Lord and Master.
So at the moment, with all the people who are leaving and heading back toward their camp, the bear person and the what are they called?
Kasathan.
The Kasathan as well. They're still hanging around together. Like
No, the bear individual is gone, and you can kind of hear the echo of his voice barking orders at those to leave the crevice down below. And the Kasathan seems to be getting on the radio, and you're close enough to hear him basically calling for some kind of a security escort.
Okay, fair enough. They said Tesseract. Does that strike a chord with Flinch at all?
I mean, the word itself, you know the definition of the word itself, but in terms of relation to this, it could mean anything. It really depends. You haven't really studied temporal religion or technology.
Correct.
Nerds. Wouldn't even get you to roll on it because there's just
I
oh
know.
fuck, I've never heard of it before.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So, I guess the idea is, are we gonna try to go down ahead of this person showing up?
The only one
It
within
sound-
earshot of you is this one.
Yeah, it sounds important.
So it should definitely be us who takes care of it then.
So I activate the comm on my exocortex and whispering, Laurel,
What?
they found something called the Tesseract. Sounds bad.
What is that?
I don't know, but they're sending for their lord to come look at it.
Well, that's not good.
Do we want to try to go down there first?
Well, I think that's where Clippy went.
What?
I don't know. He kind of disappeared into the forest.
I thought Clippy stayed at the ship.
No, he was following you.
Laurel doesn't know that.
Look, I can keep watch up here if anyone shows up. I think everyone has left the mine. Can I roll a... It's not my turn, but can I roll a perception check to see if I think everyone has left the mine?
Sure, I think in terms of actions and tasks for the time being, so for Cliptic's movement through the crevice, we're gonna kind of take it as very generally speaking.
18?
18. You see that it's not a steady stream as it was before, but there's still like the occasional one or two people that are walking out of the crevice.
I think most of them have left the mine. If you guys want to sneak in, I'll give you a heads up if anything happens up here. But I don't know who else is still down there.
Okay, so my quick question is, as well, looking down the way the miners are coming up, Is that completely clear, or are there carts and stuff on the side? Like, if I was running down it, is there cover?
Oh, to go down the ramp?
Yeah.
Looking at it there, other than the wall sides, even the sides of the crevice, like the walls themselves, don't meet up with the ramp. There is a gap on either side. So technically speaking, well, not even technically, there is no cover. And there is a chance, depending on how badly and how fast you're running and how not careful you're being, you could just slip and fall off the side. You don't know how deep the crevice goes. That could be a really bad fall. It could be not as bad a fall, but there are no handrails. Think an Imperial ramp from Star Wars. Not supported by Disney.
And acrobatics might help with that, though. Running along a narrow to not fall off.
If you're not if you're not in a hurry, you can just walk down the ramp. It's not like it's a dangerous ramp. But if you were running down it, you may have a complication if a bad roll happens.
Yeah, I just mean it could be an acrobatics check to not fall off is my question.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, look at Greg. So we can either just throw a rock over there, get that to look over that way, and then boot her down, or try to.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
Okay.
I could cause a distraction of sorts.
Oh yeah, you're a goblin.
Oh my god.
I keep forgetting that. Hey. Try to look feral.
Oh no.
If you can cause a distraction, look feral, then I can run down, and apparently Clippy is with Clippy 2, going down taking a look. I don't know why Clippy came. Clippy 2 is much better at stealth.
You're gonna have to kill one of
Oh
them
my
at
god.
some point.
Okay, so here's the plan.
And Greg's gonna start taking like mud and leaves and stuff, and like sticking it in his ears and like covering himself. Looks like he's been living in the bush for a while.
Yes. So very little work.
And then
Jesus Christ.
And then he. Now, I'm not doing this yet, but this is the plan. Then he can go out and get, like, some attention, like running around a little bit.
Right.
But then he also has jet dash, so he can run away really quickly.
Yeah, you can run up to 80 feet, I know.
Yeah, if
You
people start
monster.
chasing him. And then he has a plus 20 on stealth, so he can hide in the woods while they try finding him.
Okay, so the first part of this, though, is, besides, I'm not going to get you to roll to stick mud in your ears.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you want to get into an advantageous position to draw them away from the direction that Flinch is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take you some time to get, at that point, you have to undo the movement that you've done and then go around.
Go around
so,
the ship, yeah.
I'm going to get you to start with your stealth check. I don't know why I'm asking you to roll stealth. You might roll a 1.
Yeah.
What is it
Now
if you
I'm-
roll a
now
1?
I'm
It
gonna
still
roll
rolls out
21.
with a 21.
Now I'm going to roll a 1. Oh, it's a 9.
You're fine. So you shimmy back. It's like, so this is a great plan. Greg's gone.
Okay.
It's not there. However, I'm going to move on to Cliptic. So you want to get closer to the ramp?
Yeah, well, the entrance, yes, of the
Okay.
cave, yeah.
This one I will get you to roll athletics.
Okay.
Because you are climbing a rock with no light.
13.
13. You do stumble a little bit. There's a bit of some kind of unstable rock is grabbed, and you do slip and grab it. You have a rock kind of hit you. You're dealt 3 points of damage.
That goes into my hit points first.
No, stamina
No,
points.
stamina.
Stamina points. Yep.
Because the stamina you get back much quicker.
Right.
Yeah. So you got a
And
couple rocks to
three.
the noodle, but all in all, you make it a little bit further.
Okay.
You can kind of see the definition of the edges of the ramp now. You can get to the ground next turn. You'll have the distance to get to the ground, and then you can start looking around the ramp. You can tell there is light on the other side of the ramp, and it'll be significantly easier
Right.
once you get there. But for now, Diantha, having heard the calm chatter and seeing what's going on, is there anything you'd like to do?
Looking at this, is there like a place that there's like a camp set up that's like not super populated right now or anything down there?
On the far side of the crevice, towards where they all seem to be headed in the direction of the main camp of theirs, there is like a little canvas, like a white canvas tent. It's got no walls. It's just the aluminum pegs stuck with a table and some stuff on that table. It's not like I wouldn't call it a camp,
Just
but
like the, okay.
it's just a little thing to imply that they give some kind of a crap, but really they don't.
So they're going in and recovering them. Is that what my understanding is?
You can ask.
I ask you.
Recovering who?
Are we Flinch and
Oh, covering. Sorry, I thought you said recovering, and I was wondering who was hurt.
Covering.
Yep, I got my gun.
Great.
Great.
I'm not great at shooting people, so
Clippy, I think, is already in there, and Flinch is going down. Greg has some sort of plan. But
Yup.
someone important is showing up, so I'm gonna let them know before that person shows up. There's some sort of master, I think.
a master.
Well, that's what Clippy said.
Oh,
Not Clippy, sorry. That's what Flinch said. Clippy hasn't said anything.
Yeah, Clippy's at the ship.
Could I be of the understanding to think that's going to be that their Lord Master they're referring to is Jovac or like a similar high-ranking member of the Seven?
You can make whatever insinuations you'd like. I'm just the GM, man.
Okay, I'm just not sure if that rings a bell at all.
You think these are 7? I can't tell.
They are. I believe they're
They're 7.
Oh, they're 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
they are
Not
7.
just-
You guys
Yeah.
have known that the whole time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they
Sorry,
are
I got mixed up.
So there's entirely possible that they could be getting Jovac, which would be bad.
Do you think? How many of his lieutenants did we kill? 4?
think-
3?
I think only 2 or 3 of them. So there's at least 4 of them still walking around.
Think this excited guy in here is one of them?
It's possible. It's entirely possible. They don't have like the hand. Is the hand they're referred to as, or the lieutenants or whatever?
The logo?
No,
the
the
lieutenants.
the lieutenants, the like sloth and blah 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 blah.
Do they have any kind of like
Like
Insignia?
it's insignia or
Insignia.
garb that they wear that signifies them as different than like a different members of them.
I mean, yes, but also any high-ranking soldiers, so not just the titled soldiers. So he does have like a very regal-looking scarf donning his plate armor.
Okay.
So it's possible. They also could be a step down. You know what? Roll me a culture check.
Okay.
I think that's the fairest way to do that.
Natural 20.
That you having done a little bit of looking into this, if it's not a main 7, it is one of his gifted 7. So what you've been learning before is that when Jovac conquered the other 6, they would give a lieutenant in acceptance of the defeat.
One of them
This would be his envy.
is envy. Great. So if this individual is getting their lord and master, it's Jovac, almost certainly. So they're getting Jovac to come here, and that's not good. We need to either stop them from getting him or get it before Jovac does.
All right. Then can I kill him?
We should, we should kill him. We should kill him. I think that would be a good idea.
So, you're next up on the initiative. Are you just like murk him right now?
Nope.
Are you gonna wait?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Because if I kill him now, then people are on their way.
Oh yeah, it's not a smart idea, but I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
It's Laurel. It's not there's some consistencies with Laurel.
It's true. I'm getting ready to kill him.
Oh, that's fair.
There's not going to right
All right,
now.
the Lynch.
Okay.
What's the next task you'd like to do?
Well, it's going to be waiting for Greg
To give the
cross
signal.
the distraction so
Okay.
I can run down.
The signal being running by and screaming.
But just looking around at some of the crates and stuff like that, like, is there just a miner's helmet lying around?
I will say yes.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. So a flashlight on it.
He doesn't.
So at least at a casual glance.
Okay. I'll give you a +2 to.
I don't expect
I'll get
anything for it.
a -2 to any perception checks to notice you when this crazy shindig happens.
Yeah.
If it goes the way you plan.
Don't forget to wrap
I
your
don't
tail. Wrap your tail around one of your legs. Or something.
What?
You got a tail.
I use it for balance.
Are there
Okay.
other Yosokis among the people mining?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, none that you've noticed.
Totally cutting a tail, so I think he's just like a full-on rat.
But so you're gonna hold an action to run down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there. Yeah,
'Kay.
as fast as I can while still not falling off as best I can.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? But I want to be moving a fair.
So being that Greg is next, on top of the fact that even at half speed you move almost as fast, if not faster, than people running full speed.
Oh yeah.
That is enough to not have to worry about a second stealth check. But what I will get you to do is to, I guess it would be a disguise check.
To look like a goblin?
Sure.
Well,
Would you believe it that my bonus to that is not?
It's going to be that or performance. So like profession, charisma.
Oh, it's probably actually my disguise is better. My disguise.
I was gonna say because you're trying to pretend you're you're like there's a layer
A
of
wild
accuracy to what
goblin.
you're doing.
It's a wild
but you are
goblin.
trying to draw people's attention and
Yeah.
lure them away. So it's either you are disguising yourself to be that intense, or you're gonna perform that believably. So whichever one you would like to roll.
This goblin is cleverly disguised as a goblin.
Would it be bluff?
If you want to debate for bluff, I'll have it as a higher DC, but you can roll bluff if you'd like.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Whatever.
It's significant.
They're probably gonna chase me regardless.
Well, we'll see. See how the commander takes it.
So I got a 12 on the dice, and bluff I have a +7.
Mhm.
So 19.
Yeah, he rolled 3. So how would you like to, on a sense motive? So how would you like to
Okay.
do this?
So basically, I want to look as crazy as I can, which
So-
is not that hard.
So Greg's on Tuesday.
Yes. I want to look like Tuesday Greg, and I want to run out, just run up, stop, make eye contact, and then run up.
That facial expression was something else.
With your wang out. Always works better with your wang out.
Yes. See, I had.
Oh
no,
my
okay,
God.
Wait. I thought.
Feral.
I had thought about taking my clothes off, and I was like, yeah, but then I have no armor, right? If necessary.
True.
So I could just unzip my pants and put the wang out. I mean,
Can you do that face again?
Granted.
It's disturbing, people.
It's horrifying. This is the scariest thing that we have.
I mean, people probably still won't notice it, even if it is hanging out.
Shh.
Oh.
All right. Well, we're not gonna go there.
That's
All right.
It's a family-friendly show.
such a self-burn.
It hasn't been in such a while.
No.
All right. So you go on out, and you and the commander whips over at you, and he's like, "Get him! We can't let anyone know what we're doing here." And he points at a couple of workers. Just bring it to me. And they kind of
Uh-oh.
grab a couple of hammers and
This
just
is
start
when
chasing
I find
down
out somebody
after
else
you.
has jet dash.
So while the commander is
Okay.
turned and dealing with that, does it give me an opportunity?
Yes.
to get
Roll
by?
your roll for me a stealth check.
Oh, I rolled the wrong dice for that. 16. And don't forget the -2 to CV with the butters.
Yeah, except that is a natural 20. Notice.
Sure.
So as you book it on out, the commander is turned around to look at Greg, and he gets on the radio to hurry up his security team. And at that last second, he watches you run down into the ramp. He pulls out the gun. I'm going to get him to roll initiative to see if he rolls higher than your current initiative, he'll get a shot off on you.
Okay.
If he doesn't, you're going to make it to the ramp before he does.
Okay.
Okay. That is a +7. He does not roll higher than your initiative. One sec here.
You rolled my dice.
Yeah.
Not bad. You beat him by 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you run into the ramp, he goes and he fires, and the bullet just strikes off of the rocks.
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production. Again, if you're a fan, please feel free to hit that Ko-fi button and send us a coffee. It really does help. Let us know on our socials if there's anything else you would like to see from us. With enough support, we'd love to bring more things to you with more shows, more frequent posts, possibly even merch ideas. Until then, the next episode of Spacers will air Tuesday, January 19th, with our next episode of The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual playcast GM'd by Derek Snow, airing Tuesday, January 12th. The game system used today was the Starfinder game system by Paizo. Music, sound effects, and ambient tracks in this episode listed through Video Copilot, Triune Films, and Artlist. You can find all of Twisted Gear Studios' podcasts on Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please like and follow the Twisted Gear Studios Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Derek Snow, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, Elizabeth Wells, and Bailey Yarkey. Rob Hickey was your audio operator, and I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.